Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The new episode of General Hospital brought quite a few shocking plot twists for viewers. The revelations regarding Rocco's birth were unveiled when Brooke Lynn's heated confrontation with Lulu, Alexa Havens, ended with a dramatic slap and explosive accusations. During their clash, speculation emerged that Rocco might actually be Britt's biological son, turning the mystery surrounding his parentage into a major storyline. Viewers believe that Brooke Lynn could reveal more of Lulu's hidden truths, as she has hired Marco to look into the life of the late Dr. Britt Westburn. For now, the paternity bombshell has fans questioning everything they thought they knew about Rocco's origins. General Hospital viewers are all set to revisit the complex history of Rocco's birth, and if he is actually Britt's son, not Dante and Lulu's child. The longtime viewers remember that Britt apparently stole Dante and Lulu's embryo to conceive a child and claim it as Dr. Patrick Drake's. Britt named his son Ben, and it was Liz who discovered that the former son had the same latex allergy as Dante. The disclosure led Lulu and Dante to recognize Ben as their son and rename him as Rocco. Now, with Brooke Lynn set to take her revenge on Lulu, viewers think that Rocco will learn the truth about the surrogate birth process, which Alexa Havens' character has hidden from him. Meanwhile, fans on social media are discussing how Brooke Lynn's revenge ties in with Rocco's story. A fan commented on Reddit, "Why do people think Britt is gonna be Rocco's mother? Obviously Brooke Lynn going to tell him that Britt is his surrogate mother. Lulu kept that from him. That's where this is heading. It's really childish revenge, but frankly I think it's weird Lulu never told him in 15 years. I assumed she had." Talk about her rules about the truth applying to everyone else but her. Another fan defended Lulu on X, formerly Twitter, stating, "In Rocco's conception, Lulu was a victim. She did nothing wrong. Britt was the villain, and if anything Rocco should be mad at Dante for co-parenting her and icing Lulu out. He should feel bad for Lulu. I don't get why he would be mad at her." Port Charles is once again spinning in chaos, not because of a shocking shooting at the Metro Court or a Casadine making their play for control, but because fans are convinced that Rocco Falconeri may not be who everyone thinks he is. For years, viewers have believed he is the biological son of Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer, a product of a love story interrupted by tragedy, coma, betrayal, and distance. But recent speculation has set social media ablaze with whispers, theories, and throwback episodes suggesting that Rocco might actually be Britt Westburn's son, and that the embryo switch storyline never truly ended when Liesl Obrecht went to prison. This explosive theory is gaining traction in fan forums, Reddit threads, and TikTok edits, as General Hospital fans with long memories point to the 2013 embryo storyline and Britt's conveniently timed pregnancy. At the time, Britt shocked the town when she announced she was pregnant with Patrick Drake's baby, only for it to be later revealed that she had used Dante and Lulu's stolen embryo. Or at least, that's what everyone was led to believe. But what if that wasn't the whole truth? To recap for those who missed the era or need a refresher, Britt Westburn, then trying to trap Patrick into a relationship, announced her pregnancy under a cloud of suspicion. Robin was presumed dead, and Britt capitalized on the moment. Eventually, it came out that her mother, Liesl Obrecht, had stolen an embryo from Dante and Lulu and implanted it in Britt, without Britt's full consent at first. That embryo became baby Ben, who was later renamed Rocco when he was returned to his rightful parents. But was he? Could the baby swap trope have struck again, only more subtly? Some fans think so. The mounting theory hinges on the possibility that Liesl may have manipulated more than one embryo or switched records to protect Britt. Perhaps she ensured Britt had her own child after all, using her DNA or altering paternity results. Or, more shocking still, what if Britt gave birth to a child who was hers biologically and Dante's,
But it was never revealed because Obrecht orchestrated a clean lie that served her daughter's narrative and erased
gathered
Lulu's
momentum
from the
after the recent reruns and flashbacks featured on the streaming platform Hulu and the ABC app. Eagle-eyed fans noted inconsistencies in the timeline and behavior of the doctors involved, including Dr. Obrecht, Dr. Britt Westbone, and even a younger Brad Cooper, who had ties to multiple baby-related cover-ups in his past. According to one theory, Britt had another embryo implanted simultaneously, perhaps her own, perhaps with Dante's DNA, and gave birth to a child who was then passed off as Dante and Lulu's, while the real Dante-Lulu embryo was lost, frozen, or never carried to term. Of course, all of this is unconfirmed canonically, but it hasn't stopped longtime viewers from speculating. Some point to Britt's sudden interest in children near the end of her run on the show and her unusual attachment to Rocco, even after she had no reason to be involved. Others cite her emotional reactions whenever Rocco was mentioned, suggesting a maternal connection the writers never fully explored. It didn't help that Britt's exit story, while tragic, left a lot unsaid, especially surrounding her legacy. Could GH be planting seeds for a future storyline in which Britt's memory is honored by revealing the son she never knew she truly had? In true soap fashion, the timing would be perfect. With Britt dead, Liesl now gone from Port Charles, and Lulu still in a coma, the truth, if revealed, would wreak havoc. Dante is already struggling with co-parenting Rocco alongside Olivia, and navigating the trauma of losing Lulu to her persistent vegetative state. If he were to discover that Rocco is not Lulu's child after all, but Britt's, it would send shockwaves through multiple families and ripple across generations. This kind of twist also plays directly into General Hospital's rich tradition of baby swaps and hidden parentage. From Michael Corinthos being raised as Sunny's son to Wiley's switcheroo that nearly destroyed Willow and Sasha, the show has a long history of rewriting parentage to shock fans and change the game. In this case, if Rocco is Britt's biological son, it would mean Britt's legacy lives on, and Dante would face the devastating possibility that the son he thought tied him forever to Lulu may not. This would raise other complications too. For instance, where is the real embryo of Dante and Lulu? Is it possible that Lulu still has a child somewhere else in the world? Could Victor Casadoin, who once kept secrets locked up in his compound, have taken the embryo as part of his twisted plan to manipulate the Casadine dynasty? And could the child, now a tween or teen, resurface one day as yet another surprise Spencer heir? The theory also ignites fan debate over whether Britt deserves a posthumous redemption arc. While she made many mistakes, manipulating Patrick, lying about baby Ben, working with her villainous mother, Britt ultimately died a hero, saving lives and going out with dignity. For her to have left behind a child would give her fans something tangible to mourn and celebrate. It would also give the show a meaningful reason to bring Rocco to the front of the canvas again, giving him a storyline worthy of his tangled heritage. On the other hand, some fans believe the theory would undermine Lulu's story and her years of fighting to become a mother. Lulu went through intense procedures, physical strain, and emotional trauma to carry her embryo to term and raise Rocco as her own. To say now that he's not her biological son would be a painful retcon, potentially alienating viewers who have rooted for Lulu since her days as a rebellious teen. But others argue that the emotional fallout is exactly what makes the theory so deliciously dramatic and soap-worthy. And there are logistical clues too. Several fans on social media have pointed out that Rocco bears more physical resemblance to Britt than to Lulu, at least as much as casting allows. Others have wondered if Dante's reluctance to discuss Rocco's birth in recent scenes is a hint from the writers that something is amiss. In one moment, when asked how Rocco was conceived, Dante paused, deflected, and changed the subject. An uncharacteristic move for a generally forthright character. Then there's
Could
Brad
that be
Cooper,
foreshadowing?
as the former lab tech who played a role in Britt's baby saga. Brad's return to town and his quiet demeanor lately have people wondering if he's hiding something. Fans recall that Brad altered paternity results and was instrumental in both Britt and Liesel's past schemes. If anyone knows the truth, it would be him. And he has remained suspiciously tight-lipped. It wouldn't be the first time GH brought back an old character to unravel a mystery tied to their past sins. And what of Maxie Jones, Britt's closest friend in her final years? Maxie's silence on Britt's legacy has been poignant, but also curious. Could Maxie know something and be sitting on a truth that was shared in confidence? Could Liesel, in her final moments, have confessed a secret to Maxie or to Scott Baldwin that hasn't yet been revealed on screen? General Hospital writers have been known to plant long-buried storylines and let them simmer for years before detonating them in explosive arcs. From Robin's resurrection to Nicholas' returns and Drew Kane's identity saga, no twist is too outlandish or too old to revisit. If this theory proves true, it could open up years of material for writers, giving Britt's death new meaning, rewriting Dante's fatherhood journey, and shocking fans with yet another legacy child whose life was shaped by lies. While no official storyline has confirmed this theory yet, the show's recent focus on family trees, old secrets, and legacy children makes it a perfect time to pull the trigger. And with rumors circulating that Lulu may be awakening from her coma later this year, perhaps during November sweeps, now would be the ideal moment to introduce a twist that sends her reeling. Waking up to discover not only that the world has moved on without her, but that the son she sacrificed so much for isn't hers after all. That's the kind of heartbreak General Hospital delivers best. Ultimately, whether or not Rocco turns out to be Britt's biological son, the speculation speaks to the passion and dedication of GH fans. Their deep knowledge of plotlines, long-term memory for character arcs, and instinct for soapy patterns keep the show alive even between bombshell reveals. In a world where DNA tests can be altered and paternity can be faked with the stroke of a keyboard, anything is possible in Port Charles, and that's exactly why fans keep watching. Whether this theory pans out remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, if Rocco isn't who he seems, General Hospital might be sitting on one of its most explosive plot twists in years. And in a town built on secrets, betrayals, and second chances, no child is ever truly safe from the truth, no matter how long it's been buried. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.